coach, kind of give us your assessment of the last week, 3 games last week, kind of break each one down individually.
Well, obviously Madonna, we didn't really come out with the energy that we needed. I thought we played for a good maybe 4 minutes late in the second half there and cut it from 21-4 and just couldn't quite get over the hump. We just kind of started too late. But I thought Madonna was ready to go. They played hard, and we didn't really match their energy, which is a little disappointing on your own home floor that you're letting another team kind of set the tone. So Wayne, I thought we came out and played a lot better. I thought from the get-go we were ready, and the biggest problem was in the first half we didn't shoot very well. So we had a lot of open looks, moved the ball around pretty well, just didn't really knock down some shots. And then obviously we came out in the second half and went on a 22-3 run and gave us the lead, which I felt in that stretch was probably some of the best basketball we've played all year. Definitely, especially since the Lake State game here at home. And I just felt maybe we wore down a little bit when you're trying to come back and put a run on somebody like that. Sometimes you lose some energy, and they were able to sub. And then when their starters came back in, they kind of made a couple big plays, which really put it away for them towards or down the stretch there in the last minute and a half. And then Findlay again, was a lot more like the Madonna game. We just didn't really come to play. I thought we weren't focused. We weren't ready to go. I will take some blame for that, not having them ready. This is happening too often. So it's we got to figure out how to get this done, how to be ready to go from the get-go, and how to play aggressive and make people kind of match us instead of trying to match other teams. Especially when we're on the road, you have to be able to play a full 40 minutes and attack from the beginning.
With some of the issues that you had in the Madonna and Findlay game, is that lack of bodies in practice where your players are wore down, or is that just mentally not being ready? Yeah,
I don't think we're worn down. I think it's still a little early for that. I don't think we really go long enough in practice for it to be a physical wear down issue. I think a lot of it is mental, a lot of it is focus, and just really preparing ourselves mentally to be ready to play. I think we like to kind of feel the other team out and see how they're going to play and if they're going to play hard, and then kind of react. And we have to change that and have them react to us. We got to stop reacting to everybody else because we're down by too much by the time we're actually making that reaction and trying to make a comeback.
Big game this Saturday. Last game until after Christmas.
Yep.
Going back up to Lake State, where you were at the previous 12 years, last 5 as a coach. Talk a little bit about that going home, and then kind of what the team needs to do to win up in a tough place to win at.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited to go back there. It's been a few months now since I've been up there, and when I left pretty quick, and there was a lot of people I didn't really get to see or say thanks to for supporting me while I was up there. And it'll be good to get back and see those people at the games and see some of my old coworkers and just get a chance to really maybe put some closure on the move here. As far as the game, it's another conference game, another chance to win. It's their first home game. They're going to be ready for us after the game they had down here. I know they'll be excited to play us and one more time have a chance to beat me and get their first conference win. So by no means are we expecting the same thing that occurred when we were down here. I expect them to play better. I hope that we play the same and we have a battle when we get up there. But when you're playing a road contest, you have to be able to be aggressive and play a full 40 minutes, and this will be another test for us to do that.
No, is that trip outside of all the other things one of the tougher trips for these two schools? Because a lot of times it's like an up and back. It's you go up, you spend the night, you play, and you come home. It's kind of there's nothing to look forward to a lot of times after that game or before that game. Does that make it a little more difficult as? Anytime you're traveling like that, it definitely could be a little more difficult. I mean. That trip I've made it a million times. So for me, I probably lose the significance in that trip of it being difficult. For me, it's kind of easy. But I'm more concerned with where we're going to be mentally with Christmas being around the corner and having a 10-day break. And I hope they don't want to turn that 10-day break into a 12-day break. And we're coming off of exams here, and it should be a chance for us really to just focus on basketball for a couple days. And I hope that's the attitude and the way we take it, that we have 2 days to focus on basketball and we get 10 days off. So I'm hoping that we're ready to give everything we have. Talk a little bit about that long break over Christmas, especially with the life and the balance with D2. You got 2 games coming right after, not right after Christmas, but right before the New Year on the 30th and 31st. Talk about, as a coach and as a player, what you got to do to get ready for those games, because you're not allowed to practice until the 27th.
Right. I think I think it's a great idea. 10 days is long. I mean, I wish it was more like 5, maybe 5 or 6. And 10 days is a long time. And we've worked, for months to get these kids in shape and ready to play and be able to play, 40 minutes is being able to run and go hard in those 40 minutes. And it doesn't take very long to lose that conditioning. So if we don't have the capability of getting in a gym and doing things on our own, we could be in a lot of trouble coming back. We do play. We're only going to have one practice. We're going to travel a full day, practice one more day, and we play. So there's not a whole lot of time to condition when we get back. So from the player standpoint, if they want to be successful at all after Christmas, they have to take, they can take a couple days off, but then they have to get right back in the gym and get going in those 10 days. And from a coach's standpoint, I think you really worry if they're going to do that or not. And obviously with me, with these kids being new to me and not having had a break like this with them, I'm not sure what they're going to do. I mean, I know what we're going to tell them to do and what I hope they're going to do, but, it's up to them if they want to do that or not. So, for me, I'm a little worried. It's probably a break mentally that we all need, but physically, we can't take 10 days off.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.